This video is going to help a lot of you to identify what it looks like being in a healthy relationship. I'm going to list top 10 things that will show you what are healthy relationship habits. The reason for this video is that a lot of us have never really been in good relationships. We do not know how good relationships look like. And we are accustomed to a lot of toxicity. And even in the event that we find good partners and we find good people to be in relationships with, a lot of us, we are unable to identify healthy relationship habits, and sometimes we lose good people for the lack of knowledge or for the lack of understanding what a positive relationship looks like. I'm going to list top 10 things that will highlight what healthy relationships look like. The first one is open and honest communication. A lot of us, we get into relationships and we create personas, or we want to have specific titles. And you want, for instance, for the guys want either to be the provider. And now the premise of you wanting to be a provider, that thing becomes part of your personality. And even when you are unable to provide certain things, you are scared of being honest with your partner about that. Baby, I cannot give you this certain thing at this current moment. Or even vice versa, the ladies, you have to pretend to be something that you're not in order to please your partner. And sometimes even when you don't like doing certain things, you are scared to be open and honest with your partner. And the importance of open communication and honesty is that it creates a space where you are able to share your thoughts and feelings openly. You will not be judged, and the person that you are in a relationship with is able to put themselves in your predicament, and they are able to listen to you actively and understand how you are feeling and how certain things are affecting you in the process of them being in a relationship with you. And I always ask people a specific question: that what is the most important quality that you want in a person? Most people will say trust, love, and respect. But I always say that most of the things that we say we want from people is the things that we want that people are gonna make us feel a certain way. But a person is never always gonna make you feel a specific way. You might feel disrespected at times. For instance, if as a man you feel like respect is the most important thing when your partner is in disagreement with you or does not align with certain things that you believe in. And sometimes there are differences of opinions, etc., etc. So I always say to people that the most important quality that you can have in finding a person, especially if it mirrors your principles and values, is finding a considerate partner. And considerate people are not selfish. Considerate people don't make their feelings to supersede the next person's feelings. And they are able to put themselves in another person's shoes. So dating that type of person creates a space where you are able to share your thoughts and feelings openly without being judged. And the next one is listening actively without interruption. That this person is willing to understand your point of view. This person is willing to understand where you're coming from. This person is not gonna overstep or talk over you without letting you finish your point of view. And when you are in an open and honest relationship, addressing issues directly becomes easy instead of avoiding them. Because people sometimes avoid conflict because they know they're gonna get into arguments with their partners. And sometimes without engaging issues and resolving them correctly creates a lot of tension in many relationships. Number 2 is mutual respect. In many instances, when two people have the same vision and they love each other the way they're supposed to, they are able to mirror one another in terms of how much they value one another. And they value each other's opinions and boundaries. Nobody thinks that they can overstep another person or walk all over somebody. There's always a safe haven or a safe space where somebody's ideas, feelings, and boundaries are respected, and somebody's not gonna knock your boundaries in order to have their way in, you see, in those types of regards. So mutual respect goes a long way in healthy relationships, and you avoid belittling the next person, especially when you talk over them or you're not taking their points of view seriously. So mutual respect is really important. And the way you address your partner, there's no name calling. None of those things, or even disrespectful behavior, those things are non-present in healthy relationships. So when you are in a space of mutual respect, the next person always tries to respect the next person without overstepping. No matter how angry or no matter how conflicted they may be, there's always respect. There's always respect. And I think that's what most people struggle with, because people get into their feelings and they feel like they can say whatever and do whatever, and it needs to be understood because they were feeling that type of way. Number 3 is quality time together. You see, bonds are created through giving time and pouring and watering your garden correctly. And it's not always a thing of partners having sex all the time. No, it's never that. It's spending meaningful time and engaging in topics and creating an environment where you are having activities that you guys both enjoy as partners. Because the problem is, people walk into relationships and I must enjoy the things that you're enjoying without first understanding what is it that I also enjoy. When we find a compromise, we find common ground where we can balance each other out, and we are able to have nap dates, we are able to watch movies together and all these things. So we need to create a cocoon and a space where it's just me and you, and there is no distractions, there is no phone calls, there's no nothing, and it's just me and you. We are focusing on one another. When we prioritize bonding and coexisting in one another's space to a point where we get to understand each other, even when in silence, that even in silence you are able to read your partner's body language because you've put in the time to understand exactly who they are. Number 4 is trust and transparency. This one is very easy. It's all about honesty. It's all about honesty and not making the other person ask themselves questions about you and your activities or what you get up to. So be honest and your actions, and be honest about your actions and intentions from the get-go, so that the next person doesn't wander around and ask themselves if this person loves me, what is this person cheating on me. So reassurance is very important, especially when it comes to trust and transparency. You must reassure your partner. Not all the time, but reassurance is really, really, really healthy for a relationship. Avoid secrecy. Have open communication. Tell your partner about everything, because you cannot have secrets in relationships, because it can be a small thing, but it creates complications later along the way. And you are able to build trust on that and have a foundation that it's never broken, because there's transparency. There's no hidden agendas. There's no secrets. There's nothing. It's open. This person, even when they're by themselves and they don't talk to you for a couple of hours, they don't have to ask themselves questions. They probably think you're preoccupied and all those types of things. Number 5 is healthy conflict resolution. Now, this is one particular thing that a lot of you struggle with. Most people do not know how to argue. Most people do not know how to disagree respectfully and correctly, because most people, to validate their opinion and their point of view, they feel like they need to disrespect the next person, and it's not the right thing to do. As much as you disagree with someone, you must be willing to respect them nonetheless. I would disagree respectfully and focus on solving problems instead of winning arguments. Most of you want to win arguments, and that's where the problem comes in, about the lack of healthy conflict resolution skills. You guys want to win arguments, and winning arguments does not create a space of love. It creates a space of validating yourself and your emotions and your standpoint, and that you are right and the next person is wrong. And nobody wins in that sense. It's a very miserable reality, because most of those relationships do not survive. Even friendships, even families do not survive those types of things. And stop blaming. And this is a thing that people, they want to blame the next person, especially if there are disagreements and all these things. that no, you were wrong and I had to react in this way. That's why I had to speak to you however I wanted. You, as much as you might not agree with a person, you are in control of your responses, and that's where the problem is. Everybody has the right to freedom of speech, but you must have responsible speech. You can't just say whatever you want to people and you think it's not going to affect them in any way. No, it's important to look at yourself also in that sense. Number 6 is emotional support. I think this one is a very easy one. Be there, be present. Be there, be present, be willing to listen during stress, sadness, celebration. Just be present in your relationship. Validate each other's feelings and experiences. Just be present. Give attention to your partner. Just be there. Number 7 is independence and personal growth. Another problem that a lot of you have is that you do not want your partners to have a life. If you are in relationships with them, your partner must be an individual, even though they are in a long-term relationship with you, even though they are in a marriage with you, they need to have a life. So it's really, really, really important. Encourage each other's goals and passions. Pour into one another. Support your partner. Be your partner's biggest cheerleader. Respect the need for space and alone time. You could be living in the same house, but sometimes just allow your woman to do her own thing, or allow your man to do his own thing. Allow him to play his video games. Allow him to go play golf or whatever hobby he has. And even you, he must allow you to go on a spa thing, go do your nails, whatever it might be. Also, individual growth is important and personal growth is important in relationships. Your person needs to have their own life because they've always been their own person outside of you. It's really, really important. Number 8 is physical affection and intimacy. This one is the one that you guys like. But it's not only about the sexual part of things. Hug and hold hands, express love physically, give your partner a massage, rub her feet, all these things, vice versa. Give your man a massage after a long hard day, all those types of things. Attend to one another. Keep the intimacy alive. Make the fire burn in the relationship. If your lady did a hairstyle, unplait her hair, do something. It creates a bond. Even you ladies, do something for your man. You know that your man is an exercising man. Yeah, he might have had a long day at the gym. Run a bath for him. Vice versa, you the guys, she had a long day at work. Run a bath for a woman. Bath together. All those types of things. They're very relative in terms of bonding and creating physical affection and intimacy. They're really, really important. Number 9 is shared values and goals. Another easy one. It's self-explanatory. It explains itself. Align on major life priorities: family, finances, religion, lifestyle. Because you cannot be a church-going guy and you're dating a girl that's a club girl. There's going to be a lot of conflict. No. Along the way, make compromises to understand the things that your person is into, what informs their character. Channel yourself into those things. Vice versa, on both angles. This is not a gender video. It specifically speaks to people pouring into the relationships that they want to be in. That's what it talks about. I will talk about your future together. Plan for your future. Have objectives. Have things that you're taking. Have things that you are trying to achieve. It creates the framework of building a future together, because you're speaking to the universe about one another and praying together. It's also a very vital thing. And the last one is gratitude and appreciation. There's a lot of things that our partners are sacrificing for us. Either it be the man, your man is going above and beyond to make you happy and is providing. Appreciate that man. Your woman is risking her life to give children to you. Appreciate that girl. Show her that you appreciate every little thing that you do for her. Try to make her life a little bit easy. Same as you ladies. Try to make your partner's life easy, because you know this is a hardworking man. This is a man who is responsible. Make his life easy. I'll express thanks often. Even for the small things, say thank you. Gratitude is important. It fuels the fire of someone wanting to be there for you and still being in a relationship with you instead of being taken advantage of. Acknowledge what your partner brings to your life. Acknowledgement is very vital. You guys get so comfortable that you forget to appreciate your partner. As they say, most people appreciate the things that they've had when they are gone. Do not be that person. Appreciate your partner while they are here in your life instead of losing them and now you have regrets. So I hope this video highlights some of you about the types of healthy relationships that you could be in and the things that you can look at if you are in a healthy relationship, particularly if you've had toxic relationships for a long time. I hope this video helps you guys so you can understand for the things to look at and see people differently in a different light. I thank you. Oh, please like and subscribe to my page. Thank you very much.